Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is a quick video regarding Pelosi heading to Taiwan or not. According to some reports, she's said to be heading to Philippines. However, if you look at her flight, SPA 19, this flight, it looks nothing like it's heading towards Philippines. You can see Philippines is here, but it's flying south of Philippines towards the direction of Palau or Guam. And my opinion is that it's going to head to Guam, and for no refueling or whatever. So, and this is rightfully, tracked by most of the world. It's 270,000. Just now it was over 300,000, which means that a lot of the people are tracking it, and then they were getting very disappointed. Just now when the plane was just entering the North Sulawesi, or Celebi, I think this is Celebi. So anyway, there was over 300,000, but I think everybody is starting to realize that the plane is definitely not going to Philippines. So the number is dropping off. You see, it has dropped down to just 200,000. So what is the? In my opinion, I feel that she's not on this plane. She's actually on a different plane heading to Taipei right now, and I think this is the right one. According to the timing, you can see that about the distance, the timing is more or less the same, and this is actually also from Kuala Lumpur. So, which is where Pelosi went for just like a few hours from Singapore, a very, very, very quick trip. And then, so this is currently the number 2 most tracked aircraft in the world. Just now it was number 3, now it's number 2, and it's already just off the coast of southern Taiwan, moving towards Kaohsiung. The plane will follow international routes along the western coast of Taiwan, and then it will land in Taipei. This is my guess where Pelosi is, and I believe that she would just suddenly appear in Taipei, despite all the tracking on the SPA 19. Because SPA 19 is a United States Air Force aircraft, so it is going to be a very huge target and something easier to intercept for the Chinese Air Force. But when you have Pelosi riding a passenger plane, a normal airline plane. China Airline is actually belongs to Taiwan. It's a Taiwanese airline. So despite it's called China Airline, because Taiwan is actually Republic of China, so that's why it's China Airline. So if she's on this plane, it makes intercepting of this plane extremely controversial, and is not going to be something that China would dare to try. And especially now it's already entering Taiwanese airspace. Taiwanese Air Force can now escort the plane should this plane actually be boarded by Pelosi, as well as it's already inside at the air defense perimeters, the air cover of the Taiwanese air defense. So yesterday, Taiwan have already entered into a high alert status, especially for air defense air defense units. They are already on high alert, and there is also reports that a lot of the soldiers and officers have their leave cancelled, and probably is all also related to the air defense units. So it's not going to be easy for China to actually do something to this. However, what can China do? A lot of people are speculating if China will actually invade Taiwan, or declare war on Taiwan or something. Although they don't really have to declare war on Taiwan because they are already still technically at war. And then there's also a lot of videos coming out of the Chinese troops already gathering around Xiamen and also in the coastal area. There are a lot of videos come out, a lot of videos of the trucks moving, and then through the trains on trucks, and there's already armored vehicles that can move on water around the coast. Not sure is which side, maybe here or here. And my feeling is that they were actually in retaliation against the visit of Pelosi, they might actually try for Kinmen. If they can capture Kinmen, the Kinmen Islands, the small Kinmen and the big Kinmen, this actually belongs to Taiwan. It belongs to Republic of China. This is not controlled by the People's Republic of China. This is actually controlled by so-called Taiwan. So if they can capture this will still represent a huge victory for the Chinese government and military. However, the sanctions that will come along with these would give China more than it can bite. You won't be able to chew. So it is a very, very difficult situation for the Chinese government actually, because there is actually no win for them. Going to war or even taking over the little island of Kinmen will actually spells a massive geopolitical and economic disaster for China. However, not acting at all would also make China look ridiculously weak and stupidly weak, especially after all the videos, all the propaganda videos that they came out, all the statements, all the wordings by all the different government officials, the spokesmen for the foreign ministry and defense ministry, all this talk about wanting to protect their own sovereignty and territory and punishing this wayward province. All this will go into waste and it will become a joke because they did not act on this visit. So China is going to have a huge division headache as well. So currently the plane is scheduled to arrive at 7:35 Singapore time. Currently Singapore time is at 7:07, which is another 20 minutes the plane will arrive. So if she is really on this plane, we will know for sure in half an hour's time. So let's stay tuned whether to see this is actually the truth. So going back to the most tracked aircraft in the world, is currently heading northward. So maybe she's on this plane moving in towards Philippines, because now there is this change of trajectory moving towards this direction. Would she go to Davao? That doesn't make sense. The more makes sense location that she should go is Manila, because that's where the capital is. Moving from the south towards Manila is just spells of a huge detour. She could have just gone this way, over the north of Brunei and Palawan. Moving this way, moving north, it's really hard to tell. Because this is a government, this is an Air Force jet, there is no indication where it's actually heading to. So it's still moving quite fast. So no idea where it's going now. Anyway, this is the quick update regarding the Pelosi's trip. As things progress, I just thought that maybe this is a good idea to actually talk about this, and we shall know what is the truth in a few hours time. Maybe 1 or 2 hours we will know for sure. And anyway, we shall see what would China react should Pelosi lands in Taipei. And for those that are interested, the aircraft carrier group was previously just off Luzon. This is Luzon. It was just off here 1 day ago, 24 hours ago. I believe the aircraft carrier group is probably now on the eastern side of Taiwan Island now, probably around this area, and to provide air cover for Pelosi should she need to leave, or should she needs to land. So that also provides another level of deterrence against the Chinese Air Force. And being on the other side of the island means that the surface-to-surface missiles that the Chinese are so proud of will not be able to be used on the carrier group. So anyway, I'll see you in the next update.